Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Windsor Racecourse here on Monday. It is the 29th of July, 2024. Going to look at the fourth race at 7:05 from Windsor, but before I get on to that, remember to follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me tomorrow for day one of the glorious Goodwood meeting, and also this week for my Saratoga previews, one of the premier weeks of racing at Saratoga during the summer. You have the Whitney on Saturday. Also this week you have the Glen Falls, which is a very good race on Thursday, and also the Saratoga Oaks and Derby. So in general, just join me here on YouTube because you're going to see some great racing action all throughout the week, and also to end off the week next Sunday with Deauville. But let's look at the 7:05, the fourth race from Windsor to start off this week. It's a very good race. It's a fit stare handicap, going for a class 3 handicap, going for a purse $23,500. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Horse rate 71 to 90. 9 horses are going 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the turf course. Gonna take the 4-horse Almond Jed as a top selection. 4-6-2 in the tri-cash trifecta for me. 4-6-2 tri-cash trifecta, top selection 4-horse Almond Jed. It's 3-year-old gelding by Blue Point here. Shadwell owns is when William Haggis trains. Jim Crowley picks up the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came at York on the 15th of June, yielding ground 6 furlongs in a Class 2 handicap, and the horse finished third by 1/4 lengths. As a lukewarm 4-1 favorite in a very large group of horses, he just kind of sat with them in the front end. He couldn't get there late. He had to leave for a split portion, but then he just kind of got overtaken. I thought he ran his heart out against some tough competition. Down to a Class 3, he is going to carry about 10-12 more pounds since his last race, but I think he could be forwardly paced, and I think he could win here today on the fast ground. He ran terrifically, I thought, or not terrifically, off the bench. That was 2 starts ago. Last time out at York, he didn't run very well at all. 15th of May, 7 furlongs in a Class 3 handicap over a longer trip, off yielding ground, off the bench. He just never really got going. Finished 6 by 3 lengths that day at a wide trip, and he just never really showed up as the very heavy favorite at 1-2. He just wasn't getting into it. It wasn't his day to win that day. And then at Haydock back in the fall last year, 7th of September, 6 furlongs in a Class 4 novice. He won by a neck. He had to be used a lot that day, but he grinded it out to the wire. A very good, sophomore race. And then in his main race at Linkfield over the 6 in Class 4 main race, he flew home, winning by 3/4 length on the front end. That was a very, very good fast race also. It's definitely improved every single race. Coming back to a Class 3, he could win. The 6-horse Rosa Applause for Harry Davies and Simon and Ed Crisford can win also. Hasn't won since Linkfield back in May over the 6 on the poly track in a Class 3 Phillies handicap or novice race where the horse won by 3 3/4 lengths, basically won on the front end quite easily. Came back to run a Kempton on the poly track over the 6 in a Class 4 after that in June, where she finished 4th by 1/4 lengths, just kind of yielding late from the rail, and then had a wide trip about 2 weeks ago at Kempton on the poly track in a 6-furlong Class 4 handicap. Spacing the boys here, first time on turf, has some pace. I wouldn't surprise me if she wins 6-1. The second leg of the quad pot, we'll use her here, but I do think Almond Jed with some clash relief is your likeliest winner in the spot. But to recount my selection for the 7:05, the 4th race from Windsor, going to take the 4-horse Almond Jed, give kudos to the 6-horse Rosa Applause, 4-6-2 tri-cash trifecta, 4-6 in the multi-race. So good luck to them. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.